Is it? Oh,
Yeah. Welcome everybody. Yeah, I just ragged it. That's all.
oh, there you go.
Um,
See,
y'all
looking like a
y'all enjoying
gentleman.
our hair talk. Y'all enjoying our hair talk. Kind over there is suave though.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
y'all
I gotta be
y'all
me. Eh.
welcome to another episode of East Meets West, ladies and gentlemen. Detroit Pistons edition once again. Um, versus the New York Knicks. Damn Marcus Astor. Damn. Like he had my energy up. Like I'm like, bro, please do something. Please. Up, you made the wrong play. Um, so
Twice, but
what
we'll
you
get into
yeah,
that.
like literally twice. And I don't know, man. I was feeling like I was real upset about that last play because it was options fresh off the screen for me. But I mean, we'll get into it, man, because I don't know. I kind of predicted that we would. I said it I tweeted it like, "Oh, run!" I felt like I jinxed us, and then I was like, maybe not." And then I reverse jinxed us. Then we make the run. It's just- I'm like, okay, 10-1. All right, keep it going, keep it going. But let me pull my box back up here.
I
Anyway,
mean,
how you doing today? First and foremost.
it's Friday. It's really hot out here in the Bay Area. It's like
Oh,
a high 90s kind of day.
Bay
So
Area.
yeah, so I'm just like sitting like right next to a fan right now, but it's cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Taking a little summer league action. It's funny like when you're actually at summer league,
yeah,
like if you've like like those scouts, like it can be fun. It can be fun for like the first couple days, especially that first weekend.
yeah.
Like all 30 teams are there, all the scouts, kids, everyone's excited.
Mhm.
By like Tuesday, so Tuesday of this week, like everyone's burnt out. They're like, I'm over this, man.
Yeah, I heard that's the Vegas effect for real.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, just in general. But
yeah,
imagine like sitting, in the Thomas and Mack Center. Because again,
yeah,
no in and out privileges, right? You're just there for
yeah,
like what, 12 hours,
yeah, yeah.
So, but I mean, all things considered, for a Friday evening, hoops exhibition,
Right.
uh, again, it looked like they were going to disappoint us. And this has been the theme of this summer league team,
Yeah.
right? They find a way to stay competitive, and
Mhm.
it is on the basis of their defense. So, I mean, I don't know. Where do you want to start? I mean, it was a hell of a
Um.
game.
Well.
There are really a lot of interesting things going on with this team, especially the guys that we expect to be on the actual 15-man roster. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
so
I mean, you were alluding to it. So, where you want to start with young Ron Holland?
he is this. I think that today, I think he definitely was the star of
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah. I mean, early on, no, but
Well,
later
even
on,
then.
yes. Yeah.
So I mean,
I
I
could
get it,
I
right?
could
You're a
see
high
him.
draft pick. You're a
Yeah.
lottery pick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, to be fair, he had the YouTube, right, highlight plays in the first half. He had it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you want to see flashes from like these lottery picks,
Yeah.
but like you were saying, obviously, the Knicks just diced up the Pistons in the
Yeah.
first
In
quarter,
the first half.
you
In
know,
the first half,
and
like block,
I don't
block,
know how much
steal.
Marquette basketball you watched this year, but like I like Tyler Kolek. I think like he's a real NBA player.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not trying to overact just from this game. I'm just like it's representative of what he did in his collegiate career.
Right.
True floor general. And I mean, yeah, he was just slicing up the Pistons defense. Um and so they opened up an early like double digit lead on the Pistons. Now again, my glass half full approach, to looking at things. No, seriously. When did the Pistons kind of start getting back into it, right? Like second quarter, they made a definitive change. And Jared Jack put Ron Holland on Kolek. He put him on the point of attack.
Right.
Then you saw, right? The Knicks offense started to slow down. I mean, I
Yeah.
know it's only Tyler Kolek, but I mean, moving forward, for example, right? I mean, again, let's think optimistically. You say like, hey, Asar Thompson's a better like point of attack defender than Ron Holland. That's
Right.
great,
Right.
right? That means you have two options,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
it's a big difference going obviously from Sasser and Dennis Jenkins to Ron Holland. And he and our guy, Bobby Buckets, you
Yeah.
know,
BB.
um, I know, right?
Yeah.
They wreaked a lot of defensive havoc. I love it, you know. But I think because of that, though, I don't know if like maybe you see it this way. To me, like I felt like the more stops, the more turnovers Ron started forcing, that's
Yeah.
when he like started like really gaining a lot of momentum. And then he became progressively more
Yeah.
um progressively aggressive with
Yeah.
his offense. You know, like I like that approach better because like no offense, like I mean, I remember like all these years watching Klay Thompson.
Mm.
Like he was all like in his early years prior to the injuries, he was a good defender.
Yeah.
But you could see like when he was hot, if he was rolling offensively,
Yeah.
that would like motivate him to lock down on defense more because he
Yeah.
wants the ball back. In these early showings, Holland's the opposite. And I like that, right?
Oh,
The
yeah.
more success he has defensively, the more amped up he gets. And then he starts like, you know, playing a lot more freely, a lot more aggressive offensively.
Yeah. And a
And
lot more effectively, honestly.
yeah, yeah, you know,
I,
because it's what we've been saying, right?
yeah.
He's attacking, he's getting to the cup, and then you say
Mm-hmm.
like, hey man, he probably could have finished with a little bit more English, or he could have just gone up more aggressively. And
Yeah.
that second half, now you start to see, right? He had no qualms, right? Just going, attacking the lane.
Yeah. And not looking down while he's driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, because a lot of
yeah,
times I would catch him, especially in the replays, he'd be looking down just before he go up. It's like, why? You know what I mean? So I also noticed, like, just looking at him, like while he was on that run that he was on, you could see the eye of the tiger in him a little bit. Like I for a moment, seriously, I stopped for a second. I was like, could he? This is theoretical, but could he be
yo
the
Paulo.
one? Could he could he run the two for the Pistons alongside Cade? Like I could literally, for a minute, I envisioned him and Cade like really run. No, I did like running it.
No,
You know what I
yes,
mean? Like him being a dynamic get out and go guy, and K being the dissecting like the more calculated attacking option. You know what I mean? Like I can
right,
see that like a yin and yang. Like just seeing him when he was just at the peak of what he was doing in the fourth quarter. Like I'm like, damn, okay.
yeah,
And I'm like, damn, I ain't really vision that with nobody in the summer league game for us, like along at least during K's years, like, oh yeah, what Ivy's doing or what Duran's doing for the games that they did play. But I liked what I seen from him today, regardless of his
yeah,
shooting percentages and stuff like that. But yeah, he definitely looked good late, like, and then for some reason I felt like the Knicks just looked winded in the fourth quarter to me. Some of the players, some of them
yeah.
looked winded. So
I
I
mean,
think they put their strongest punch out, and then you know what I
I
mean. Thought
think
it
you
was done.
know. I think we saw early in the game Tyler Kolek. I mean, he's in my opinion, he's a real NBA player. And I was saying like on Twitter, I personally I think he's like the best passer in this draft
Yeah.
class.
Oh
You
wow.
know,
Okay.
he might
Yeah.
be again one of the steals for the Knicks.
Right.
But obviously, you're right. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna like stereotype him because he's white. I'm just saying, right? Like, he
Right.
is not the most athletic guy. You know, like Reed
You don't have to
Shepard.
be.
You
You
know
don't
what I'm
have
saying?
to.
Yeah, I mean, he just like Kolek, his use of like angles and everything like that is pretty
Hmm.
crazy. And because of
Yeah.
that, like enables him to kind of push the pace.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. Like I think late in the fourth, like his teammates who aren't used to playing with him
Mm.
kind of started to kind of get winded.
Yeah.
And kudos to our guys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, dude, seriously, right? That I mean, we're skipping ahead here, but like it was probably one of my favorite plays of the game when like Ron and Bobby force like together, they force a turnover,
Yeah.
and then Bobby's pushing the ball in transition,
Yeah.
you know, and then like it's like a reverse Kobe and Shaq, right? Like he's lobbing it to Ron. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that, you know.
Yeah.
I got that feeling. I got that feeling, man.
Yeah,
You know?
it was nice to see, especially the way he just leaked it in. I'm waiting on him to just rise all the way up over the rim and just I don't know. Maybe I'm too used to LeBron, But yeah, I mean, I liked what I seen from him. So yeah,
Yeah.
I just how are the brackets gonna go? Are they gonna play? I need to figure that out. How that's about to work out. Like
So
that's not
yeah, I think
finalized
they
yet.
changed it from like previous years. So now, like,
Okay.
I think it's only like the top 6 or 8 teams or something like that are
Yeah.
actually playing for like the real summer league championship. So
Okay.
like basically like yeah, like the top 6 or 8 records, and then the other teams same thing by records, and you're playing like a consolation bracket. You know, like in fantasy football or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
consolation, yeah.
Yeah. That people don't
So I'm
set
sure
their
you're gonna,
lineups
you know, you
for.
guys finished 2-2, you know, in
Yeah.
the this early rounds. So then like you're guaranteed to play, I think like at least another game, right? Every team's supposed to play at least 5 games.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so we'll see when they do that. But
Okay. Well.
one more thing about Ron though, because we
Yeah.
kind of brought it up in the last game, or at
Mhm.
least I did,
Mhm.
about his reflexes.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe if because I know you were coming back from work and everything like that. Like
Yeah.
first quarter, he tries to attack. He tries to like drive the lane. He gets stripped, which is yes, it is becoming a recurring issue. This is definitely an area of that he needs to improve upon. Right, ball security when he's trying to drive and go up.
All right.
People are just slapping it out, but it gets slapped out of his hands. But then as he's falling out of bounds, like, dude, like this guy is like Spider-Man, right? He like palms the ball and just throws it again into Jace's arms,
Mhm.
so Jace Johnson can go back up with it. I mean,
My dude.
again, it's that level of activity that he shows, even when he's in control, right? The ability to like kind of relocate, even though he's the primary ball handler, he's going to relocate, after the initial pass,
Yeah.
trying to find like a better, like a better crease, or something like that. So again, just really, even like with some of the moments where you kind of like, are face palming, there are those moments of brilliance, yeah, I mean, he's definitely bringing it.
Okay, is that the all from your first half observations, or should we go down the list first?
I mean, that's just
Didn't
really
call back.
Ron. I wrote
Oh,
down
just Ron.
Ron, grown man strength, and that's the thing, right? Of course, it's it's one of those lines we use for all rookies when they continue building strength, right?
Yeah.
Better conditioning. I mean, that
Mhm.
applies to all of them,
Yeah.
But it's
He's
like they're
19.
right, right. But I'm just saying, like, there are moments again where I think, like you said, like, why is he looking down at his feet? Like when he just kind of doesn't think about it
Yeah.
and just plays
Does it? Yeah.
and attacks. Like today, you see like these finishes early in the game, which started to get him going, and it's like, dude, he's just going up with it, So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, and it looks good when he does it too. Like when he's playing freely, it looks good. But
I know, like how you like to say, what circus shots? That's how the way you like to
yeah.
describe it. I mean, he has a lot of like circus shots, circus finishes.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I want to see more of it. Like come the season, or as he progresses throughout his career, builds his strength up, and
right.
go ahead and put up that D Wade Kobe stuff, please, and make it convert. But he did drop 20 points today, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 1 assist, 6 boards, made all his free throws, 1 for 5 from the 3, and 8 for 19 overall. And I don't actually see that as a bad thing. Like that's just letting you know he's the primary shooter. So, I mean, he's the primary scorer. So that's not really a bad percentage, especially, you and I probably look back at like the 90s and stuff like that. And that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. You probably got your ass beat on the way to the rim and you put up 42%. Like, good job.
Right.
45 is better.
It's not easy to score 20 points in the G League, let alone do it as an 18-year-old. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, the guy isn't, like, completely, like, offensively inept. And even, like, I'm glad that you brought up 1 for 5.
Yeah.
Again, I feel more emboldened to say it because Tim Legler said it. I agree. But, like, you look, even on his misses, I'm not saying like, we're not giving participation, but it's like, well, wait a minute, man. Like the mechanics are there. I think, it's just more repetition, more, but he looked good. He looked good shooting it. And I like that he didn't look timid. He didn't look reluctant to take them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think some of his other lottery pick peers, Alexar, right, are getting criticized for getting gun. Right, they're getting. He's getting criticized for being like trigger shy, I guess you could say, right?
Right.
You know, gun shy. So I mean, yeah, I appreciate that, and but yeah, let's go. Let's
Okay, so yeah, that was Ron Holland's stat line. Now the boy Bobby Buckets though.
okay.
He did score 9. He got 2 steals, 8 boards, but what he's good for that he's 3 for 9 from the 3 and 3 for 10 overall. So basically all the chunk of his shots came from the 3.
Yeah.
So he's a 3 and re, basically. He's a 3 and re player. 3 and re. Shoot threes, grab rees. So what was your observation today? Huh?
Oh, he could definitely D up.
Yeah.
He could D up. I mean, of course, so nine out of his 10 field goal attempts were 3-pointers.
Yeah.
You know, take what the defense gives you, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe subconsciously he kind of knows again what his likely shot chart will look like. You know, at least for his rookie year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, other than like going, you know, like in transition, he's probably not going to be diving to. I don't know. I don't imagine him diving to the rim a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to want him to be, you know, pounding the rock and, you know, trying to break down the defense. But what I really liked, again, even though it was 3 for 9, his 3-point looks and the way he's getting them are just so beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that word. Yeah. I mean, like, this is not a typical, especially like a rookie, like a big. He's big. They said on broadcast he's 6'9". It's bullshit, dude. He's like taller than 6'9", man.
Yeah, yeah. He looks taller than 6'9", but more mobile than 6'9".
You know, I mean, he's like cross-fading. He's coming off of like pin downs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, he's not moving like your typical big, which is why I can understand, right? At the NBL, they tried him out at the 3.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, this is not just like some kind of like standstill shooter. I mean, like, he's actually getting it, you know, through movement.
Yeah.
Again, right? And like, I know he's like significantly taller. I know one of them was like Tyler Kolek, but Tyler Kolek was like right in him.
Yeah.
And he just shot it like catch, shoot, no hesitation. And boom, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive. He continues to impress. I don't really have too many complaints. But again, I think his most brilliant plays of the game, again, were his passing. You know?
Oh, yeah.
There's that one.
And his movement, like you said.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think it was right before halftime. So now Ron is picking up Tyler Kolek. So that forces Dwayne Washington to try to initiate. He tries to attack the lane, right? Ron gets the strip, right? Bobby secures the ball, and then he's pushing it. He is pushing it legitimately, like pushing the pace in transition. And then he has like a curveball, you know, kind of like a curveball bounce pass to Ron, which then Ron attacks and gets the and one.
Yeah. Right.
This guy's the 37th overall pick. Really? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now again, we're not going to win games off of value, but I'm just saying, like, wow.
So,
you know, like I right now, I get early, but like Trajan Landon, it looks like you're really maximizing your draft capital on this class, man.
And your player knowledge as well. You know what I mean? Like the ability to actually see what a player can actually add to a unit, especially like he said in his interview, like to come in this like condensed time frame with everything, like to have to come in, get a coach, go through the drafting process, like and only have so much time and then still make this look like this, you know what I mean? Like draft players that look like this and have players in the G League that look like I want Estrada on the team. I wouldn't mind, you know what I mean? Like when he comes in there, it just seems like a little bit more is happening in a good way for us. You know what I mean? I like Dennis Jenkins as well, but Estrada just, I don't know. It's just something a little bit about him. Like how you were saying that just being able to be another ball handler or making the extra passes, and it's like, man, we need those types of players that can actually identify what's going on the floor. You know what I mean? Can read
Yeah.
and react, like, and he has it. So I don't know, man. Like, I'm confused as to whether we should actually still go after another point guard like a Tyus Jones or whatnot when we are looking at two that
I mean,
are running with this team. And then if Sasser is supposed to be whatever, especially if Ivy's coming off the bench, then I mean, I guess we just roll the dice with them. You know what I mean? But I don't
yeah.
know. I might be thinking too far ahead with it, but
No, no. I
that's
mean, like at the very least, training camp should be good. Training camp should be
yeah.
competitive. Like, let's be real. You know, I mean, I know in my lifetime there are guys taking the Warriors training camp. Like, you're literally just a warm body. Don't get me- you know, I remember early. I think it was like the training camp before the 2015 season, like before we won the championship.
Yeah.
Like Bob Myers, he was neighbors with Jason Capono.
Yeah.
And Jason Capono was already retired. And he asked Jason Capono to come to training camp because they need like a corner shooter.
Right.
You know, he knew that's what I'm saying. Like, at least you have reason to believe these guys can actually fight for a roster spot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like that. You know, I like real
crazy.
competition. I want them to push each other.
I mean, well, at least he served a purpose though. So
yeah, no, but going back to it, obviously, I think all Pistons fans are pretty much like really high on Bobby.
Yeah.
It's just it's just we talked about this before, right? Like the Pistons, especially last year, right? You didn't really, in my opinion, you didn't really have a true power forward. You had a bunch of like wings that played up a position. I mean, like you could sell me on like a Sarr or Fontecchio, but they're not. No, see, Stewart played down a position. In my opinion, he's a center. You get what I'm saying? Like, you never actually had a true. No, I don't think he's a power forward, man. No. And we have this conversation. He's definitely not a 3-man. Okay.
But he's okay. So when he runs center, everybody say he undersized.
But doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See, it's negated by the fact that he's a perimeter. Like, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a stretch 5.
Okay.
So I don't really think it matters too much. That's my opinion. But what I'm saying is Bobby is like a true 4. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So
and shout out to the NBL for playing them at the 3 because y'all made them fall. Thank you. We truly appreciate you for real. Because it's not just Detroit fans that's got eyes on him either. Like it's a lot of people across the globe, like just within the NBA, you know, the NBA body, like they like him. The boy that you love to get on.
Oh, wait. Before we go.
You're not done? Okay.
We're not done.
Okay.
We're not, because how many assists did Bobby finish the night with?
He had
5.
Mm-hmm.
Again, right? Like, again, you don't get a ribbon for would have been assists, but in the first half, dude, right? Sasser kind of panicking with the ball, gives it up to Bobby on the right wing. Bobby, right, puts the ball on the floor, goes into like a reverse spin, and then throws it over the back of his head into the right corner. Right? Yeah. No, gave him a wide open corner 3. It went in and out. What I'm saying is like he recognized on the drive where his shooter was going to be. You know?
Yeah.
Again, now apparently, you know, like you always hear these stories once players start doing things you didn't expect them to do. But, you know, before his growth spurt, he was a point guard.
Yeah.
I could believe it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is very believable that he was an actual point at one point in his life, you know?
Oh, so, well, damn. Okay. Well, I mean, a majority of players come from playing guard, but
right.
If he was a point, you know, it's a difference in just playing guard by size, but playing guard by style. So if he really was playing by style, like I can see it. I can see it because his floor, his ability to read the floor and everything. Yeah. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? His movement off the ball and everything. Like, I'm now that you mention it. Yeah, I guess I can see that because I didn't, you know, I don't know his back history. I haven't like seen him play prior to now really. So yeah, just to see what we have right now, and then have to be able to go back and look at NBL stuff, especially the stuff that you plugged me to, like, and the stuff that I've seen since then. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and I'm glad we got him because we need it. Because I mean, the Stewart can't do it, Duran can't do it, Fontecchio can't
Yeah.
do it. Asar he's a decent passer, but he's not doing that. You know what I mean? So
Asar is, I mean,
he's good.
we sound like homers, but like they really are really good at certain things. I
Yeah,
mean, especially because Asar is like ambidextrous,
yeah.
like he can
Hmm.
make those passes with either hands, and he can put like, he can put mustard on his passes, man,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
hard to do. But
And I'm glad we got
so
him too.
I
I
know.
know we were upset falling to fifth so many times, but it's looking like we're finding a few diamond in the roughs. You know what I mean? So hey, I'll take
Yeah.
Asar, I'll take Ron Holland, and I like that we did. We jumped back in the draft to get Clinton, if I'm not mistaken, because we got rid of the pick originally, didn't we? Yeah. So yeah, us jumping back in getting Clinton, like man, Trajan, good job. Troy Weaver wouldn't have did nothing like that. He would have threw a couple things out there, probably got another first rounder, and we would have been happy about it. But then we would have probably had like trash product on the floor because it wouldn't have all fit or mesh in any way. We wouldn't have been able to see any type of like future trajectory or just immediate fit the way that we see with these players. Like we look at Clinton and we think he can fit in. We look at Holland, we think he can fit in. So
Yeah.
I like the direction that we're going in. But any more Bobby Clintman? Any more?
I think no, I'm sure other things will come, but for a guy that scored 9 points, he just again
Yeah.
continues to impress.
Okay. Um, your boy, your boy. You know, I'm saying your boy. That means it's not really your boy. Tolu Smith. He did 15 today. Yes, he had 7 personal fouls. Amazing. How do you get 7? Um, 2 assists, 14 boards,
Mm-hmm.
and he was 6 for 10. So is
Yeah.
Tolu still not? I seen a couple good pick and rolls and
Yeah.
some decent screens. Didn't like some of them, but because he was like getting off of the screen too fast. But yeah, like what did you see from him? Because I know you've been like, yeah, he's just a body out there, but
No, I
did
didn't
he
say he's
look
just a body. It's just
that he's not
um
NBA?
I didn't even say that. I think after this game, kind of now looking at today and all the other games,
Yeah.
I think the best way to describe it is like he's just a very situationally dependent
Oh, okay.
player. Like it, yeah,
I like the
or
way you said
lineup matchup dependent. I
that.
guess you could say matchup
Yeah.
dependent. Um, it's very lazy, but I watch him today, and I think like again, lazy comparison. I think like he's Paul Reed, but just
Oh, damn.
2 years further back in his development, right? Because today, even though he conceded size to the Knicks center, I don't even know how to say that guy's name. He's like
Yeah.
Dimitri something.
Yeah.
He had a significant speed advantage over him.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that Tolu Smith did like in college. He understood like how he can get the edge on someone.
Okay.
So today, right, he doesn't have like quite the quick twitch muscles like say like a Kenneth Reed, but he can get off the ground, and he can, try to battle around the rim to get like, offensive rebounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, he like Paul Reed, like you don't want Paul Reed dribbling around in circles, but like if you give it to him like off of a handoff at the top of the key, he can put the ball on the floor, 2-3 dribbles and make something happen. Tolu Smith could do a little of that. He did that today, right? Again, he has a good enough handle and a speed advantage that he can take over that, Whereas in the last game against Sanogo, he just didn't have any advantage. Like he didn't have enough of an advantage, to get the edge over him. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a place for those guys, but it's what I said, right? Like, he probably needs to continue to develop to figure out what his go-to moves really can be. Like, because some of the things he did in college, I just don't think it's gonna work. It's not gonna work out,
Yeah.
But I'm very optimistic for him. I do. Like, I think he's a worthwhile guy to bring to the Cruise. We've been saying that. So this was a good game from him. Because in contrast, Or do you have something?
No, I was gonna say it was some moments over the course of all the games that I seen him where he just looked like the extra lost version of Hassan Whiteside. No diss. You know what I mean? Like he just looked
How do you
clueless.
say no diss?
I mean, because I can't diss him. He made the NBA. You know what I mean? I didn't.
Mm,
So no diss,
okay.
but you know.
Nice. Nice.
That's a good recovery, ain't it?
I know, dude. The most backhanded compliment, but no diss, man.
No, he just looked clueless out there sometimes. Like at one point, I forgot what was happening. I don't know if it was like on a board or somebody. It was something going on at the rim. He was just standing there looking. I'm like, are you gonna get involved in the actual
And that's what
play?
I'm
Or you
saying.
just gonna
Yeah.
stand there? You know what I mean? And that's where I was. It was kind of get clicking for me about like some of the observations that you've made about him in the past. And I'm like, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Because usually it takes somebody telling me, oh, this is what's going on, and then I start kind of like locking in on those things and trying to find them for myself as well. But I don't know. He had a good game today, better than my boy Jay. So hey, way
And there
better
you
than my
go.
boy Jay.
We don't need to go too long in it, but I don't want to be like, oh, see, I told you I was right all along. I hate like confirmation bias. But
No,
see,
you good.
this is an example to me of this game was an example of why I think Jace Johnson can't be a consistent NBA center.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing, right? What is his advantage? And if it's like against another kind of big lumbering center, he
Yeah.
can probably hold his own. But if it's like a center like today,
Yeah.
who does have an athletic or speed advantage over him,
Yeah.
he's cooked.
Yeah.
Because if he's not crashing the boards, he's not,
Then he's not. Yeah.
And so that's why I like, I like the guy again, a hard worker, very blue collar, but it's just like, I don't know, right?
you gotta have some consistency game in and game
Yeah,
out, regardless.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like the athletic big dude wasn't stopping Chris Mim from getting 10 and 10. Just to
yeah.
bring back Chris Mim, the Chris Mim reference. Like you
But that's
still
why I
gotta
like
stop him.
that's why I'm not happy that Jace Johnson struggled, but I'm happy that this was a type of matchup where you could see where Tolu Smith can be productive.
Right.
So I was like, okay, great. I'm glad that other guys had an opportunity to shine, So it did
So
for
I
him.
guess the summer league really did show us something because it's like they both are kind of situational. You know what I mean? Both Tolu and Jace. Because I mean, Tolu boarded a lot throughout pretty much the summer league, but Jace has been kind of slow rolling, and he had a good game, and now he's back to just it's usually hit or miss with him. And this one it was a miss, but we won't hang it up on him. We won't keep going on about him. I don't want to lose the people that they like. We don't want to hear about him. So let's talk about Marcus Sasser, Mr. Attacker himself. I mean, I'm talking about max level attacking. Does it look like he's actually like turned some type of mental curve or beginning to turn some curve in how he can attack, how he can draw fouls, how he can, you know what I mean? Because it almost looked like he knew what the hell he was doing at least today. It looked like. In that arena. Let me be specific. In that arena.
So no, I mean, like you should check out my notes of this game.
Yeah.
Because like from quarter to quarter, they're like drastically different. Like for first quarter, my note was Marcus Dimes.
Yeah.
And then second quarter was like Marcus Dumbass.
Damn. You wrote it?
Yeah. Like the final box score, like his stat line is good. And I guess you can make an argument when all said and done, it was more positive than negative. However, let's be real, dude. Okay, what were your last two comments about the end of the game? Okay, they were not exactly glowing of Sasser.
No, they weren't. No,
what but okay, during one of the timeouts, they do like the live interviews with one of the players.
Yeah, I mean he had one.
So they interviewed him, right? And he acknowledged, right? Like he's being given the opportunity.
75%.
Yeah, like he was being given the opportunity to experiment and expand his point guard skills. Right. And he even acknowledged, right? This is the place where I can play through my mistakes. So I mean, he is acknowledging He's made mistakes.
Right.
The first quarter, he wasn't passive. He seemed to, yeah, drove the lane, find nice open like passing lanes, make the direct pass, had some assists, hands my Marcus Dimes. Then I don't know what he started doing in the second quarter. Like, I don't know. Like, they're clearly setting a screen for him. You don't want to use it, don't use it. But then what are you doing? Like, you're just kind of like standing next to your big, and then congesting, like causing traffic. Then the third quarter, when it looked like, you said it was like, looked like it's going to slip away. They're down like 18 points.
Yeah. 20.
And 20.
Yeah.
And then he starts gambling on defense and he looks like a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's just like diving into the front row. Right. I'm like, what is he doing? So, and I know what you said, like, we don't expect a lot from him on defense, but like, man, like, just don't hurt your team. Don't be incompetent. Like, that's just, it was very up and down to say the least. And then, but again, the positives, which has been for the most part consistent, even as a rookie.
Yeah.
He can get himself to the free throw line.
Right.
They need that. That. Ideally, it did.
Yeah.
It did. He was knocking down his threes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was forcing too many. But then, again, are they in the game without him? Like, right? Like, would they have been in the game without his contributions? No.
Because him
did they
drawing
lose?
Those fouls helped.
Did they lose the game because of him? I don't know. But he definitely didn't help their cause. Like, dude. Like,
he dribbled the ball. He had Reggie Jackson in Detroit syndrome, damn it. Like, he came all the way down running the clock and then took a leaning damn jumper. Bro, that's not your game. You know what I mean? Like, why didn't you come off of that screen, immediately throw it back and like try to relocate maybe for a spot up? You're better as a spot up shooter. Maybe they would have had enough time to get it back to you off of you kicking it out, but I didn't want him to take that kind of last shot. I'd rather he took a floater. You know what I mean? Than leaning fucking 2-pointer, like a fade and jumper. Like, no, don't. Why are you taking a fader? Why? For what? That's not you. Like, that's really not your game. So I don't know. And then it's just,
which is the irony, right? Is that's how he got them within one a couple possessions earlier, right?
Yeah.
He attacked hard, right? He split the defense, and then he attacked hard, and then a little teardrop.
Mm-hmm.
But no, even prior to that, remember they almost lost possession because for some inexplicable reason, like he just like dove for the ball.
Yeah.
Coming off of a screen, like why?
Oh,
like he didn't. Nobody tripped him. I mean, like, what are you doing?
Trying to be a damn hero, trying to be the headline.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know right now. I know right now people are really down on him, and I've been trying to like be optimistic. But like again, even though I'm glad he had some moments where he got hot.
Yeah.
Do what you do best, like I said. But it's just
not enough.
Again, if we're thinking glass half full, he should not be in that position in a real NBA game to have to do that much decision making. Yeah. But it's just like, man, what the F, man?
Yeah, I mean, I like the three that he made. You know what I mean? Like, shoot, after letting everything else play out. Like, I noticed him again, like dribbling on the left wing, and then he looked up and was like, well, no, let me get this ball up. And I don't know who came over. It was either Holland or Estrada. I forget who it was that he handed it off to. Go for it.
Prior to that last offensive possession, them getting the ball back by forcing a 5-second violation.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right.
I know some people, I was like reading some comments throughout the game, especially when it was getting out to 20 and, people kind of criticizing Jarrett Jack. But I don't know, like, did you watch, like, if you watched like the timeouts, because, during the timeouts, they still have a camera.
Yeah.
It's just like, you hear them doing like reading commercial things.
Yeah.
But you look at it, I mean, like, he has like, the second there's a timeout, like, he is like, pointing out everything to Ron, and Bobby. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, right? You know me. I'm biased. I like Jarrett Jack. You
Yeah,
know, he played for my Warriors,
right,
and I loved him. I just loved his game. You
right.
know, during his
Yeah,
playing
no,
career. So I
Jared
am
Jack was not.
biased like that. But it just seems like he has a very commanding presence. I don't know, that to me, just watching him, it's like, wow, you know,
Yeah,
like it doesn't seem like he's just kind of standing around, you know, like he seems like he already knows what he wants to say, what adjustments he's seeing, or what he needs,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know. And again, right, you need more of those guys on the bench for JB Bickerstaff,
yeah. You do.
you know.
And hell, he's making a case for himself, really, because he does something a lot of regular NBA coaches don't do, and that's actually make a damn adjustments. You know what I mean? Like on the
Yeah,
fly. I know it's a summer league game and whatnot, but with the good collection of players, I think Jared Jack would be a good head coach. Just
yeah.
from what I've seen from him, like in the summer league. So yeah. And I don't think this is his first summer league. Even though we went through injuries and stuff like that, like Ivy rolled his ankle or something last year, and Duran only played like something like that, whatever. But I
Well,
like
hey,
I like his adjustments because each
Duran,
game we went down, and then you know what I mean. Like he was like, okay, so let me do this, bam, and then game turned around, and it happened again today. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
we lost by one. We had
again,
two extra opportunities to win.
yeah. And kudos to Ron for trying to fight to get that put back. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, he was trying to like put it back over a dude. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
he needs to add more strength. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
yeah. I thought he should have kicked it out to the top because I don't know who was at the top of the perimeter. Who was that? Was it Clinton when he grabbed that ball back? And I'm like,
I don't
just
think
look
so. I have to look again.
behind you. Like, look behind you.
Well,
Just
remember, it's Bobby that has eyes behind his head. You know, eyes in the
yeah,
back of his head.
yeah.
So,
And he probably would have known. Like, whereas Ron is looking to just seal the deal. You know what I mean? And I'm not upset about it, but I don't
yeah,
know. I just wanted to keep winning. So
yeah.
I'm gonna have a little sour taste in my mouth about it. Uh, hell, I don't see anybody. I mean, I guess Estrada. Well, he only played 9 minutes. No need to. Okay, so what about McCoy? What did you see from McCoy? Because did he shine for you today in any outstanding way? Because I know he
Definitely
made
part of
it a
that.
key shot at the end.
Yeah, definitely part of that comeback again. I like his defensive acumen.
Yeah,
Um, you know, I mean, sometimes you feel again like you feel a little partial to these guys, right? You know, they're
yeah,
fighting for their NBA livelihood or their professional careers. You
right.
know, he seems like he's going about doing all the right things. Um, you know, maybe in another summer, you know, he'll find himself on some summer league team where he can have like a starter role
Yeah,
and shine. You know, but again, he just again, what did he say last episode? He really looks the part
right,
of an NBA player. So I wish him the best. Like, I know it's only summer league, but they seem to have taken it seriously, and I like that.
right,
I like that. You can tell other teams. I won't say they're not taking it seriously, but like they're okay not being competitive,
right.
right?
Just
Like,
letting their best player kind of flex a little bit.
well, I mean, like for example, my friend, I just saw a text he sent me. It's like, dude, the Raptors summer league team. It's like midway through the second quarter, they're down 49-14. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
like that this Pistons summer league team. They're not the most. I mean, Ron, Bobby, you know, they're good. Sasser, but I mean, like,
that's
there
right
are
though.
other teams that you can make an argument like they are talented summer league teams, right?
Yeah,
Like they're not the most talented summer league team, but I like that they are competing.
yeah,
You know, for a team that is again trying to reestablish themselves
yeah.
to be, you know, to take again. You want the league to take you seriously, you got to take yourself seriously. I like that they're doing that. You know,
Yeah, and I kind of
so
felt that way. Like when we made this run today, I was looking like this feels like the Pistons from like 2, 3 years ago, where we were in every single game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like the first year, well, hell, the year before we got K, the year that we had K, the first year, like we were in a lot of games. We lost a lot of games, but we were in a lot of those games, and we beat like the what that one year, the Celtics, the Lakers, and a lot of the hot teams. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like, well, the Pistons, they've been losing, but at least they're competing. And this is just seeing this summer league, what we've been able to do. It made me feel like that. Like there isn't a quit button. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
respect that. Like when a team is getting beat the hell down, because if you're down 20 as a collective, a lot of a lot of people might look at each other like, well, this kind of already done. You know what I mean? Or, you can rally and you could just put your best foot forward and then to do it as a collective, not feel like, oh, well, I guess this is my time to just, showcase my talents a little bit more so I can secure myself. Like they start playing as a unit. Like the fourth quarter was the Pistons playing as a unit. You know what I mean? For us to
Yeah.
have been down. So I'm, kudos. I will give that kudos to
Yeah.
Jared Jack as well. Like that goes to
Exactly.
Jared
And that's what
Jack.
I'm
So
saying. That's what I'm saying.
mhm.
Like I know sometimes it's easy to overreact or try to read into things,
Yeah.
but I mean, keep in mind, Jared Jack has been an assistant, but this
Yeah.
I think is his first time, you know, technically as a head coach,
Yeah. No,
So I
did
mean
he
like
coach it last year? I don't
did he?
remember.
I don't
I
know.
don't I don't know. I
All I'm
forget.
saying though is he's proving himself too,
Yeah.
Um so I think overall, 2-2, I think they've had a really good showing,
Yeah.
I mean, if our worst complaints are Marcus Sasser,
Right.
right? I would say this
Yeah.
was a fairly successful summer league,
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. One more thing, actually, since
Okay.
we didn't really talk about him too much, but this came up and it made me laugh. Dennis Jenkins, we still like him. We're still high on him,
What's up, Holder?
right?
Yeah.
What's up, bro? Yo,
Yo.
happy Friday, bro.
Yes, sir.
Dennis Jenkins, would you say? Would you
Mm.
say Dennis Jenkins has a better understanding of the game than Killian Hayes?
Oh shit.
Somebody sent that to me. Somebody sent that to me, and it made me laugh. And I'm like, huh. And at first, I was like, okay, it's a joke, and it is. But then I really thought about it. You know me. I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, I was like, oh,
maybe
shit.
he has a better understanding of how to apply an attack and
Yeah,
the pace that you can have as a point guard to the game. Yes. Because Killian didn't have that. He didn't have, when Killian played, you didn't feel his control unless he was just playing defense real good, making his shots. You didn't feel it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you can feel it with Dennis. You know what I mean? Like it's an actual like we seen it when Ryan Holland went down, or not down,
right.
but when he didn't play, it was like Dennis took over, and we seen that we kind of had a different type of flow. You know what I mean? Like we were playing a certain type of way.
Yeah,
You can actually see it. You can feel it on the floor, and he has that. I mean, I damn what I don't know. I don't know what to say. He's better than Killian Hayes at everything except I guess steals, but is he not better than that area too? Like, I don't know. I like Killian Hayes, man. I know a lot of people probably drag me for it, but I rock with Killian, but not
in the
that he needed to
Olympics,
be on the team.
right? 3-on-3 basketball
Yeah. Oh,
is an Olympic sport.
I'm not picking Killian.
You don't think he would? No, but don't you think he would be better in 3-on-3?
Killian Hayes?
Yeah,
Maybe because there's less people on the floor. Yeah.
right. It's
I
more
mean,
dependent
anybody.
on passing. I
Yeah.
feel like he could do
But
that.
but then would he? Because there's a lot of moments that you get to go one on one.
I don't know.
I mean,
All I'm saying is, it's definitely it was a funny conversation. But as for Jenkins, not the most gaudy stat line,
yeah.
But again, going to what you were saying, what
Mhm.
Killian couldn't do, control tempo, and again, what we've been saying this entire summer league for Dennis, controlling tempo on both sides.
Yeah.
But and again, you can make an argument like, okay, Tyler Kolek, what is he, right? In like the big club, he's a backup point guard.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe he has a higher ceiling than that, But again, like Jenkins did struggle, to kind of keep Kolek in front of him. So you have to kind of consider that, given that he is on a 2-way contract, right? There are obviously bigger, more athletic point guards, lead guards,
Yeah.
So just something to consider moving forward. He's going to have to find ways again, right?
Yeah.
To be effective to keep himself on the court. But other than that, I mean, oh, actually, and just real quick, Jalen Slauson, probably his best performance. You know, again, I'm kind of surprised for a guy that actually had NBA minutes last year. He hasn't gotten more run. Yeah. But he had some pretty key, both ways, sequences, defensively and offensively, that kind of spurred the Pistons' kind of fourth quarter comeback. You know, yeah, I'm just really surprised. He seems like an NBA player to me, but I don't know. So
I mean,
yeah.
we might be able to keep him around. Hopefully,
yeah.
This team doesn't. I mean, outside of probably like Jace, like you mentioned, and Tolu, and then probably like the bottom end of the bench, like they may be the players that don't look like they, you know, could be G League-ish or whatever. Like actual. We're gonna watch him play. We're gonna watch his development in G League type of players, but it's to be seen because we've had people come through the G League and actually turn into something nice. Shout out to Steven Jackson. Action Jackson, but
Matt Barnes.
We'll see. Yep, Matt Barnes. A lot of them. Hell, Jordan Poole for that matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly,
but before we go, just some fun kind of thoughts, right? Of what this team can continue to do, because Langdon was interviewed again today. Great interview, right? Just kind of explaining what we've been talking about, right? The different ways to be able to maximize cap space, right? You saw, right? Okay, so wait, no, we did talk about last episode that the Clippers essentially salary dumped Russ onto Utah. Utah will buy him out or waive him, and then he'll sign with Denver.
Right.
But the Clippers have some other guys they're trying to, get off their books. You have $11.5 million in cap space. You know me, right? I'm still on the record. Barring a trade, and I would like a bigger trade for like a substantial starter caliber player.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go the free agent route, because they keep showing that chart of all these good, in my opinion, good NBA players that are not on a team in no particular order: Tyus Jones, Markelle Fultz, Lonnie Walker, Luke Kennard. Now, Luke Kennard, I think, is going to re-sign with the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying, right?
Better.
There's more. There's more. I like Fultz. I like Fultz for the Pistons. If you didn't go that route, you want to trade for some other teams unwanted. Now, there is PJ Tucker. I'm assuming that's a no. Right? I mean,
no, why?
You'd have to get a draft.
Why?
Because you get a draft pick. Right, you get a draft pick. You guys get a draft pick, right?
Well, hell yeah, bring them on.
But I mean, it'd be like a second round pick. I don't think they don't even have first round picks to give you.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they gave them all away for SGA. I mean,
what do you think about What do you think about Bones Highland?
Would he take minutes from Ivy and Holland?
You tell me.
If he can get back to what he was during his height when he was like really out there flexing, yes, because he's already going to. If he can get back to that immediately just by coming to play with Cade, he steals minutes. We're looking for them to produce like that. They are still working on learning to consistently produce like that, game in, game out, against whatever matchup. You know what I mean? And if he's already kind of had his feet in that pond already, and he can come and be that like what he was with Denver during those years,
Yes, that's the thing. He took such a step back. Because part of that the reason why I brought it up was that PJ Tucker article, and he's making $11.5 million. I'm like, I know a team that has $11.5 million in cap space. But then it also said that they're looking for a team to absorb Bones Highland, and I'm like, I don't know what happened to him as to why his game took such a setback. But what you're saying, when he was at his high, when Denver traded him at his high, sold high, what happened to that guy? Because that's a guy who probably is better than some of the guards on this current Pistons team. But I don't want to give him minutes for him to try to like rediscover himself, right?
Yeah.
Like this is not an opportunity to go like on a vision quest. No. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
my question would be, okay, so you know how to recognize players having the ability to kind of, control the pace, facilitate. Is he capable of doing that in a sense? So he doesn't kind of, stunt somebody's growth, because he's going to stunt growth unless he's doing that. Unless he can come be the backup point guard, even then he's going to push just Marcus Sasser down the depth chart. But I mean, we rather see Ivy still flex and see what he's got, and we want to see Ron Holland flex. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's put it this way. This is how I've always described him. Like, I think do we agree that Tyrese Maxey is better than Emmanuel Quickley?
Yeah.
Okay, so I say this with respect. I've always viewed Emmanuel Quickley as like a shittier version than Tyrese Maxey. Okay? And I've always viewed Bones Highland as a shittier version of Emmanuel Quickley.
Damn, so I don't want him then.
Well, no, I just said
no. I don't want him.
What would you want? What would you like me to say? A Walmart version of Emmanuel Quickley?
Because
no offense to Walmart.
Okay. So what's a lower version of Bones? Sasser?
Probably.
Yeah. So
probably
no.
So okay, he's better than Sasser, right?
I mean, because yeah, he is. I mean, yeah.
No, but I guess like, okay, if I'm just saying, if you're getting a lesser version of Emmanuel Quickley, is that someone you would want over who you currently have?
No.
No? Okay. Well, then that was the answer. No, I was just thinking because I was like, when he was on.
Yeah, he was on.
He was on. But again, like he's just, that guy's been MIA for quite a while now.
Yeah.
So
since Denver's been making them runs to the finals, like
yeah.
So I don't know. He got traded to who was it? The Clippers? No. I'm thinking about Terrence Mann for some reason, because that's where I thought you was going. Like the Clippers have, and they might.
That's a guy. If they wanted to offload him, I think you guys should definitely go after Terrence Mann.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in agreement there.
He might stunt somebody's growth too, but at least we can try to shuffle around him though.
See, but there's a difference. Like stunting. I get what you're saying, but like if a guy is definitively better, like if Terrence Mann is the optimal outcome for some of these other guys, then just give me Terrence Mann, right? Like give me the finished product,
right?
But to each their own, right? I mean, I get it, right? If you don't think you're competitive yet, then that's what I'm saying. But yeah, again, just the different avenues, because goes to show, right? They keep showing that graphic. There's a lot of quality NBA, at the very least, rotation caliber players still available.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of cap space left.
I mean, we are in position to just not make any more moves, right? We met, because we have to be under 20 million, right? Going into the next season, or is it under 18, something like that? You can't have more than 18 million still left on the table. It's something, or it might be 10. One of them years it was 10.
Right.
And that's why a lot of players were getting crazy ass deals. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
we'll see. We'll see. This should be fun, because as we said, this roster is not complete. I think there's going to be another move or two prior to opening day. I mean, the fact that, remember, they did offer Pat Bev a contract, right? Although a minimum. So kudos to Treasure Landon. Let's not overspend. Okay. No, all I'm saying, right, is clearly Langdon agrees, right? He does want some more point guard depth. So there you go.
Who did Pat Bev tell that this is his league in 5 years? Steph, right?
Oh yeah.
Why the hell didn't he just call Golden State? Like,
did you see
somebody to guard somebody?
Did you see like somebody made like that graphic?
Yeah.
The Photoshop, right?
And
like
so 5 years later.
right? Steph,
Yeah.
Olympic jersey and everything.
Yeah.
Pat Bev, Hapoel Jerusalem or wherever. Oh no,
Yeah.
Hapoel Tel Aviv, right? No
Tel
offense
Aviv,
to Tel
yeah.
Aviv. I'm just saying, right? Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Your
Right?
trajectory after making such a statement, yeah. That
Yeah.
was funny. I
So
had something I wanted to add in, but I forgot already. Pat damn Bev. Like that wouldn't have been. I mean, outside of him playing defense and having a game where he went against his former team and then potentially beats them and then jumps on the table and does that fucking championship celebration. Like,
I'm the
outside
man,
of
I'm the
that,
man, I'm the man.
right?
Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I
Getting
am.
hype on the table and crying and all that. Like, shout out to Pat Bev, man.
He
We
did
got a
give us
lot of
some great
some
memes,
great
man.
moments. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just
dude.
what I was about to say. We got some great moments from Pat Bev, man. Him talking smack to KD, all of that.
Yeah.
Like, man, him and Lonzo Ball.
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey, shout out to Pat Bev. Good, much success to you over there, man. But no, you got anything else to add, Pistons wise?
No,
Before we turn
no.
this into an NBA podcast.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, right? We do cover all teams, but
Yeah, we
we
do.
like to cover our teams.
Yeah.
But what is it? You know, the next game, I wouldn't be surprised if Ron and Bobby don't play. You
Yeah.
know, because
Just to
usually for these
make sure.
consolation bracket games, they let, like we said, like all the guys that barely played. You know, so we'll probably see some Javante McCoy heavy minutes. Will Baker, you know, barely played in this one.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm sure they'll get some run.
Well,
So we may or may not, you know, if we cover it, we'll let you all know.
yeah.
You know, but definitely encourage everyone join us. We'll probably be covering, you know, some WNBA games, especially the All-Star game, and definitely gonna cover, you know, the Olympic
Team USA.
basketball, yeah, Team
Yep.
USA. And yeah, we'll
Yeah,
probably have some preview episodes before that, you know, kind of previewing the teams and everything.
Yeah.
You know, outside of not just like France and Canada, because I know, right, they have a lot of NBA players, but you know, talk about Brazil, you know, and all that stuff. So
KD just came back.
yeah,
Giannis has actually pulled Greece into contention. So yeah, it's a few storylines to watch out for sure. Yeah, and what did you think about? I know we're doing Pistons, but
you see that comment, that quote from Nick Young?
Nah,
like he's trying to give Bronny words of encouragement.
He needs to just shut up.
Dude, no, it was hilarious. It had me dying. I'm paraphrasing, but he's all like, dude, so what if they say is nepotism? He's like, you got to be confident like the Thanasis and just ball out.
Oh my God. And just ball out. Oh no. Don't get us canceled. Quoting Nick Young. And he probably drunk saying that too. Knowing his
no.
But no, what was I saying? Because I'm about to veer off. We about to go further than Detroit. What was I saying? What did you take of the of Jokic versus Team USA the other day? What did you take away from that? Did you see it?
I saw a replay. Yeah.
What you think about that? Just putting a little bit of fear in their hearts.
I don't think it's fear.
With that type of team.
I don't think it was fear. To me, I mean, hey, when you're up like that,
yeah,
and you know, you're being told that like you're as good, or you know, the second best, you know, USA Olympic team since the Dream Team, if not just as good. I don't know, but you know, I don't want to say like it wasn't like vindictive, but it was personal. Like I think they're aware that Jokic and the Nuggets have been kicking their ass for the last several seasons. Yeah. So it was like catharsis for them. Like I think, especially LeBron, even Steph. You know, it's just like Steph psycho. Like he just does it like a right? Yeah. Like you know, he's all skipping around and everything. You know, but I think like Booker, all of them, right? Like it was their opportunity to like, yeah, we got you this time. Right. That's how I interpret it. Because like they were having like they were having like way, I don't want to say too much, but like they were having like excessive amounts of fun in garbage time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hey, right. Yeah. Is what it is. I mean, yeah. If they play like that, I want it. I still look forward to it. I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion. Yeah. But if they're locked in like that, especially when KD comes back.
Yeah.
right? That this is their goal. It's
It's
their
just a
goal to
wrap.
lose.
Yeah,
It's their goal to lose.
pretty
I
much.
mean, watching France, was it yesterday or earlier today? Earlier today. Earlier today.
Yeah. Who they
I didn't
play?
watch it live, but I watched
'Cause
the
I was at
replay.
work.
Yeah.
Who they
I
play?
mean,
That's who they played. France,
it was France versus I
Canada,
can't
or
remember.
something like that.
Yeah,
Damn, because
Canada.
it did pop
Canada.
up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah. France versus Canada. Yep.
like France, like no, they don't have the guard play right now. Their best guards are still, like on the under 18 team. Like
Right.
they look like they'll be the guys they'll be the backcourt of the next
Of the
Olympic
future.
team.
Yeah.
But right now, Nando De Colo, Evan Fournier.
Nando De Colo. I haven't heard him in a while.
And man,
Shit.
he's a fucking
Okay.
legend, dude. He is a
Yeah.
EuroLeague legend. He's again one of my favorite players overseas. But let's be real. You haven't heard the name in a while because like they're old. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
Like
they're
France
still
isn't.
legends over
They
there.
don't have the guard play, despite Gobert and Wembanyama. Like they don't have the guard play to even maximize their own bigs.
Right.
So I just don't see them, being any threat to the U.S. I mean, maybe if the U.S. goes cold or something, but
Yeah.
if everyone's playing at their best,
Then
all teams, all nations, then no, I'd say. But we'll have more of a thorough preview.
in depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me stop because you can tell.
No, it's exciting. It's exciting.
Talk some more ball, but adding on to what you were saying though, we're gonna cover the big three as well, and I think that's what's coming up next. So we're gonna cover the W game. We're gonna cover Team USA men's. If the women go crazy enough or have a scare, we might tap in about them too. I think they're just gonna slaughter everybody. And then we're gonna get some more big three action in, and then cover get back to the NBA as well too. We'll get back to that, especially if some news happens, but we'll probably do some fun things on the podcast that we've already actually had planned for a couple months now. We just got to double back and push it in y'all face, see how y'all like it. So thank y'all for watching. Holder, what's good? Everybody out there. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Please do that for the life of us.
Subscribe, share. Right. And then whoever you share it with, tell them to like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.
So we appreciate all of you.
Definitely. Y'all have a good one, man. Have a good night and a good weekend too.
Yep.